So Ben said it wouldn't be a good idea to video this board, and I said why, and he said, well, it's in a bit of a state. I said, why, what's wrong with it? He said, you'll find it when you look inside it. So I kind of repeat my question, what's wrong with it? Like that. Still, what's wrong with it? Oh, the wire's on the top. But it worked, didn't it? So what's wrong with it? Okay. So it's not pretty, but you don't play a fruit machine looking in the back of the cabinet, do you? If this works, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, we say some of the wires could be a bit shorter. And usually I would put them in the bottom, but who cares if they're on the top if it runs? Nothing to see here. Probably whoever was working on it found it easier to do the repair up there. If that works for you, go ahead and do it. I think sometimes we're becoming too much perfectionists when we're doing this art. And it's more of a black magic than an art. Sometimes you've got to figure out different ways to get things working. Honestly, if you think this is untidy, you should see the inside of a 1960s television. You should see the way the commercial companies wired the TVs back then. They thought that PCBs would be too unreliable, so everything's wired like this, point to point. Cables and wires and parts everywhere. No one complained about them back in the day. See if you're repairing a board and you find it easier to do this. Or wire traces on the back and sit and individually restring all the traces at PCB level. Honestly, do what works for you. There's nothing wrong with that if it works. So it didn't work, but this wasn't helping it. Oh dear. 2 pins in the CF cell shorted again when I tried to move that one that's almost flaking off. So that CF cell is bad. Luckily we had a spare. One observation I'd like to make that I've now noticed having a good look at the board on your green leads. The termination ends, the bare wire ends, you left them a little bit long so they were able to move and short out other pins, and that happened here. It also happened in a couple of other places, but I fixed what I could see. I had to remove U21 there because it was absolutely smoking hot. I don't know if that part was shorted already or whether there's maybe a short under here between two lines, but I am not picking apart all that mess, or it would be a case of you have to basically start working on this board all over again. For the minute, I fixed a couple of broken traces. That's a new CPU because the other one looks a bit grubby, but I believe between myself and the owner of this board we've got quite a few of these spares, so we're swapping them back and forth between each other all the time. That's what I like to see. And we'll do the dip switch test here. Yeah, it's responding to dip switches. So, a good chance the rest of it is all working. Just a quick vid, like I said. I'm talking to the board now, you're going to have a good look around there and make sure you haven't shorted anything out. For the most part they look okay. There was one or two loose connections between the through holes under there. And the read write trace was broken between pin 27 and both of these, which I think is what happened when you pressed that ram down. But yeah, fault's been rectified and you can continue troubleshooting it when you get it back in the cabinet. Alright. It's going to be the last of the repairs for a wee while, last of the videos anyway. It's getting close to a few important dates in the calendar. And work's getting really busy, so there'll still be repair stuff going on in the background, just probably won't be videoing it at the minute. Anyways, bye bye for now.